everybody. My week switched over on Friday, so it's Saturday now, and I'm going to upload a little video on what I was feeling last week during week 5. So, last week I had a lot of really obvious symptoms. Still fatigue and ravenous eating, which that's really the only word for it. The way I eat is like an animal eats, and I don't always realize how hungry I am until I'm way too hungry, even though I try to be really consistent about eating. I've been trying to eat really healthy things, but sometimes that goes out the window really quickly. So, yeah, eating's been, sometimes it's really fun because I just eat constantly, and as long as there are things around that I like, then it's good. But there are some times, like this morning, I just could not find anything or summon anything from my imagination that would even sound good. Al got some grape soda because he wanted fried chicken and grape soda because he's Al. And, oh my goodness, he opened that and I swear, I almost gagged. It was just so disgusting to me. And that normally happens if I don't eat for a really long time or if I sort of get out of my schedule habits. Wednesday I got out of my habits, and Thursday I was still having trouble like getting back into a pattern that was working for me. And I went to the grocery store and I had to like run out of the Pampers aisle because it was just so terrible, like that powdery, chemically smell. It's just like, it's like the smell of powdered evil to me. So, yeah, intense feelings about things that probably aren't necessary. The superhuman smelling is here. But I haven't thrown up. It's not that serious that it's like disabling. It's just annoying. Still having a little bit of like lower back pain. It's probably just things loosening, hormones acting on my body. But it's annoying because it affects me the most after I've been inactive for a while, which normally means in the morning it'll wake me up. And the last couple of days I haven't even been able to sleep in until 6 in the morning because I just get woken up by my back hurting. It's not excruciating, it's just uncomfortable. And then I feel really good as long as I keep moving, but I just can't keep moving all day. Like yesterday, I went to Costco. I was out of the house by 8. I picked up my sister. We went to Costco. We did errands. We did all this stuff. When I got home, I immediately made some chili because we had so many peppers and different things around that I just wanted to take care of so I could freeze it for whenever. Then I made meatloaf to stick in the freezer. Then I made a lemon poppy seed loaf, and today I like cried all day because I was just so over exhausted, and it's pathetic and it's really, really frustrating that basic functioning is this hard, but everything is so challenging. Yeah, and it's especially challenging when I'm having trouble eating. If I can keep the eating under control, I can do pretty much everything else fine, but eating is important. Yeah, so that's a big challenge. The lower back pain is a pretty good challenge, but I think what I'm going to try and do is set up the upstairs bathroom so it's like just ready for me to take a bath at all times. I'm going to have things in there that I like for a bath that's going to be nice and clean and ready to go for a bath. And that's just going to be like my little space for when my back is hurting, because I don't like that. It's frustrating. So, yeah. I also, the emotionalness is like, sometimes it's better because I've dealt with the initial shock of, okay, now I'm pregnant, but sometimes it's way worse. It's having some really like serious fears that I was miscarrying. Not because I had good reason to either, just because I wasn't feeling enough symptoms at the moment, or I had a little bit of brown discharge, a very little bit, and I know that's normal and within the realm of possibility, but just seeing it in front of me made me freak out and start crying and be like, Al! And, poor Al. Al's suffering way more than I am, because I understand that it's my body and it's me, and I can work towards fixing it. Al can't work towards fixing me. All he can do is say, do you want something? Is there something I can do? And that's really all he can do, you know? So, this is my impression of how I've been towards Al in the last couple of days. Last couple of weeks, probably. Al, come snuggle with me. No, go away. Stop talking. Come snuggle with me. I'm just like, I'm needy. That's a good word for it. Very needy. So yeah, fears of miscarriage, which I assume that's pretty normal. It's not fun, and I just try and remember, if I do have a miscarriage, it's not the end of the world. It's not like I lost an already made baby. I just am not going to have a baby right now. And that's okay. I know that's okay. But the idea of it is sad for me because I'm so emotional. So that's what I've been really working on lately, is like figuring out ways to handle myself and ways to stay busy so that I can stay comfortable without getting too exhausted and being able to sleep and act sane and yeah. I know these things are all relatively common, but you don't realize what it's like until it's happening to you, and then you're like, bollocks, this is terrible. Not that it's really terrible, but there are moments where it's just so frustrating that it's ridiculous. So, whatever. Today I was entertaining myself reading labor stories because labor interests me. I'm relatively good at managing pain, and I just almost find those stories funny in a way. Weird way. But I'm sure I won't at the time. I'm sure labor is not something to laugh about while you're in it. But it's interesting, and it's way better than thinking about miscarriage, and I have to be excited or else I'm going to get crazy. So that's where I'm at this week. Oh, I did get constipated. That was my other symptom. That was really, really exciting because I had never been constipated, and ever. And it was really like an awesome sign of pregnancy because it was so new and different for me, and it's so common during pregnancy. Also, I mentioned in my last... Oh, maybe I didn't. Okay, so when I first found out I was pregnant, I measured my belly a couple of times, and I came up with an average measurement of 30.5 inches or 31 inches, like somewhere in there, depending on how bloated, how whatever I am. It's really hard to tell because there's so much funk in the body. But this evening, I measured my belly, and I was 22.5 inches. So, and I didn't even feel bloated today. So either I'm gaining some weight, which I was hoping for, or my belly's growing a little bit, also hoping for. Either way, really exciting. So yeah, this is my update for week 5, telling you where I'm at. Baby should be the size of a pea with a beating heart by now. Hopefully it's on its game, and hopefully this upcoming week we'll be able to make some facial features and some little limb buds. That would be so great. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this update.